to grow the nation. It is not
What's the way? What is the way? You tell.
There are other way to.
What is the way, man? People should know that.
Being an Indian, being a true Indian, let us consider.
We cannot provide the services of our nations is citizen. When we have the taxes.
But nobody talks about the health of nation. Nobody. So all of you, let me just tell you some terms and conditions of today's panel. In this panel's talks today, you need to think about the development of our country, right? The development of our nation, the development of your society, the development of your home, the development of yourself even. Well, nowadays the people just talk about earning money, the people just talk about, entrepreneurship, the people talk about leadership, the people talk about, making money, the people talk about, having good life. But nobody talks about the health of nation. Nobody talks about, the nourishment of nation. Nobody talks about the service of the nation. Everybody thinks about themselves. Everybody becomes egoistic. Well, today, the main concern should be and must be about demonetization. Some people say that, oh my God, demonetization is not good. Some people say that, demonetization by the government, it is not good. And some people say it is good. Well, today, we all have to speak about in the favor. And if you think that demonetization is not a good step, then you have to tell and you have to say why and why. So are you ready to talk about?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Today, you are not going to speak. Today, your emotion towards nation is going to speak. Every day we were speaking about, English language. Every day we were speaking about, some of the topics. But today, being an Indian, being a true Indian, let us consider, let us analyze, let us evaluate. Okay, what would be the best way for the development of this nation? Earlier, we used to see that the people used to have a lot of money. Rich people were able to become rich. Poor were unable to become rich. So let us have some, wise. Let us raise wise. And the people who are just watching, they also must be aware. And they can also ask some of the questions. So ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching from anywhere in the world, today we the people of India, having the same thought but sometimes not, we are going to discuss about demonetization. Is it okay or not? What are you guys supporting? What are you saying? Is it okay?
Yes.
It's okay. What are you saying, guys?
It's not okay.
Are you ready for discussion?
Yes, sir.
No energy. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Can you shake hand? Can you shake hand? Can you shake hand, please, each other? Come on. Who will shake hand with me?
Sorry.
Of course, with myself. Dear Gav, get ready. Dear Gav, get ready. Yeah, absolutely, So, everyone, let us present whatever we know. And then later on we can just, have conclusion what should be the plan. Please tell me.
Good morning, all the panelists. Thank you, Gab sir, for having me the opportunity to talk in this panel today. And I'm going to talk of the town. I'm going to talk of the town, that is demonetization. Demonetization means to seize a currency that is under the legal tender money by the government. It comes under in the article 1978 of our RBI Act, in which government is going to seize the money. It is a good step if government is taken in preference to our poor workers also. But I think demonetization is not a good step that is taken by our government, because it hit our economy, it hit the poor very badly. According to me, demonetization is not a good step. And as per the Chanakya Niti, Chanakya the father of our Arthashastra, also says banning the note or the cashless economy is a recipe for the disaster of our future. So if the Chanakya says that the cashless economy is not good, so how can we commit that it is good?
Mister, what will you say?
Good morning, sir. This is me, Karam sir. Now I will let you know about my point. I am favoring of advantage of demonetizations. Sir, firstly, I would like to talk about demonetizations. This is a very good step by government, because in this times we are thinking about army soldiers and our nations. If people don't pay tax, so how we can manage salary and how we can grow our GDP simultaneously? We cannot grow our economy. So this step is very good by government, and only the help of demonetization we can work against counterfeit notes.
Okay. So Mr. Karan is trying to say that to grow the country, we actually have to work on this demonetization, and one who is exactly making the counterfeit notes, we have to take kind of action against them so that we can actually demonetize the notes. He's talking about to grow the economy, to grow the country. We have only way to grow the country. If you have any question, can ask.
No, you can ask.
Absolutely yes. It's all about this nation. It's all about this. Please.
I have to elaborate. I have to ask a question.
Yes, you can have a question if you want.
To grow the country doesn't mean to hit our poor people. They are also the citizens of our country. And after the demonetization, our economy is also hit badly because the notes which are in the circulation are going to be banned. It hit all those who are just depend on their cash.
I would like to talk about this advantage of demonetization and answer of your questions. If this person has lot of money, he don't want to deposit his money in bank. So how poor person can manage? If we are not paying salary of poor persons, we totally use of poor persons. We have lot of money, we are not paying tax, we are not paying salary of poor persons. So our nation cannot grow.
You want to grow your nation by increasing the corruption? You are taking the step of demonetization for seizing the corruption in our country, but just because of this seizing, the rich people can use the way the servants to deposit their money in the bank, because they are unable. If they are going to deposit 200 crore, 100 crore of rupees in the bank, they are going to be seized by their self.
Right.
That's why they are also increasing the corruption by indirectly.
Right. Absolutely. Akansha, what is your opinion? Do not ask question, but you can say your opinion, please.
Sir, first,
First of all, you can say. Then after
good afternoon, all of you. Thank you, Cap sir, for organizing this panel talks. Sir, today our topic is demonetization, and our panel team is in favor of, against of demonetization. Firstly, I have to tell you though that government of India has taken a decision to ban the notes on 8 November 2016 by banning the notes.
Right.
But it is not the correct way to. Government had taken decision very fast, but not even give the time to 1 to 2 months to return deposit the money. The problem is that the poor migrant laborers are suffering a lot in this era. How they deposit the money? They are people are in queue in banks, and so many people are died. So many marriages are cancelled due to this. So how we are. Even if we have humanity, how we can say that it is correct?
Right.
Mark
the words, please. Mark the words.
According to Indian Express, the total 33 people dies in queue, and more are there, but don't have no data for this. So it is, and also the more disturbance of daily life. How people manage they want to buy something, but they have not a money. How they buy? And the most important thing in hospital, if we have to operate it, they had not received the old notes. They want new currency notes. So for this many people are died for this because of this reason. And also the impact on informal savings. In Indian families, females are saving the money for any emergency uses. They also face sort of problem. they are very in a hectic situation how to deposit the money because bank had pay the limit कि you have to deposit the money like this they had charged the limit so the peoples are hectic even the many females are died suicide कि how I change the money because due to income tax rate they kept in mind that if we deposit the money in lakh the income tax will send him the notice. So this is sir main problem and sir also impact on cash dependent industries like street vendors they are receiving a cash and cash dependent industries which are only run by cash they also face the many problems sir. So sir in my opinion this the decision what taken was very wrong and they people they also economic they also destroy our economy and our nation will go back 10 years before.
Oh my goodness.
So how we can also it impact on GDP so how we can say that sir our
or you want to say that demonetization is not a good step by the government,
no
right?
sir not good.
And you know, I want to add one more thing by Mr. Sehbaz, you know, here. You know, sometimes there are some housewives and they keep money in their cupboards, right? And because absolutely that is called, you know, informal saving. In this situation, after the demonetization, they become in a panic and sometimes they become faint as well and they die. What will you say? Share your opinion, have some question, please. It's all about, you know, the development of nation. Come on.
Good morning, all of you. Good morning, sir. My name is Akanksha, and thank you for having me this chance to present my thought. Demonetization is, I think, important for our nation because there are lots of people, they hide the money and they don't pay tax. Tax is the only way to grow our nation because it is the source of income for the soldiers, our nation's soldiers, and our government it is the only source because when the public pay tax then we earn money and then we decrease the poverty of the nation and pay the salary of the government officers. So that is why some people hide their money, they don't pay tax. It is for they are a terrorist of the nation because they don't contribute to grow the nation. That is why the demonetization is very important and some people are hide their money in the other countries also. So in when our currencies goes to another country, it decreases our value of our currency. So that is why demonetization is very important for the growth of the nation.
Fantastic.
One question from Miss Akansha, our member
please.
panel talk. So how much money we get from black money? Government had not showed. Government had banned the money for black money, but government had not shown the how much black money we get.
It is a problem, but we calculate the how much black money is deposited with the people.
Because the big businessmen illegally convert their invite money. So and even this government has
actually she's talking about the calculation.
Yes.
How much
government
you are saving,
calculate
how much you are using,
yes.
And according to the calculation you have to pay the
tax. Yes.
And when you pay the tax, then we are about to give salary.
But this government has responsibility to give the actual fact how much amount they had received from black money.
But government are working and after some time the India is got a digital India, government has launched a UPI and India is cashless. Then
we need to become cashless,
yes,
right?
Sir. And when the demonetization is not need on that time. So
how about the people who are died?
No, wait. You need to understand the real emotion of Akanksha. In the name of nation, she is truly right that she is saying the calculation of a person. If you are depositing in a bank account, there will be a good calculation that how much you are.
How much tax you pay.
Yes.
And we need to pay the tax. How can we pay the amount of salary to the army officers? How can we make our India digital? How can we make our country, kind of metropolitan cities?
Yes.
We will remain poor and poor. We
Poor,
can,
yes.
like developing, this word comes for our country. We are developing. We will be developing till our last breath. No man, we have to make this nation developed. We have to make, developed country this one. And it will be possible when we will be honest.
Yes.
When we will pay the tax.
Yes.
But we are not honest. And you're supporting, you're saying that disadvantage.
Yes.
Same are you, man.
But it is not.
Prove, please.
But it is not the way to demonetization. To grow the nation. It
What
is
is the
not
way?
the.
What's the way? What is the way? You tell.
There are other way to.
What
grow
is the way, man?
grow the-
People should know that what is the way of.
We have to make all the city IT city. We have to invest.
If you're not paying the amount of money at the tax, so how can we make IT city? How can we make tech city? How can we make high tech city? How can we make metropolitan city?
Tax is the only
Absolutely,
source,
only the source.
money.
You are not paying. You want to say developed country. How can you say? How can you see?
Before
You are so called Indian then?
Before the demonetization, the people who have to pay they pay. They did not pay. They did not pay.
This is why you are so called Indian. I am Indian. But see the emotion of India.
Sir, I think this is not only way to collect the tax.
Okay.
We have a bureaucracy. Throughout bureaucracy, you can inquire who have a lots of money, who
very
have
good
black
point.
money,
Very good point.
who have a deal with terrorist
What is
nexalism.
the parameter to know about a person? Do you know how much money do I have? You don't know that.
Sir, you can inquiry, you can raid officer. What are
Man.
They are making a new rules now. This why that's why they are.
What kind of rules are you talking about? Please prove that. Even government should know that. Absolutely. Modi ji must be watching our video. He will have some idea and he will raise voice in the parliament maybe. We the youth of India and fundamental rights we have to speak about anything. We must speak. Come on, Akansha, take in and let her speak. Come on, talk. I should not speak. I think you guys must talk about it. Yes.
Demonetization is not a current step or a modern step that we taken by our government. Demonetization is a very vast type of step that is taken in also before our independence in 1946 by the British government to collecting cash from our Indian people after the World War First, because we have cash at that time. So British government can take this cash from us. In 1954, it can against be demonetized. We can introduce. It was introduced the money that is seized in 1946.
54 or 46?
54. 1946, the money which is seized in 1946 can reintroduce in our economy in 1954. Again, it is going to be seized in 1974. It's a step to demonetize the notes and then introduce in our economy again. Then on 8 November 2016, when the note of 500 and 1000 are going to be seized, so many poor people are got hit by this type of demonetization, because it is a very certain step. You are saying that in the Jan Dhan in the Jan Dhan account that is also opened by the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Damodar Das Modi, you should only submit the amount of 10,000. A person who is working on the daily wages, he earns 400 per day. It means he earns 12,400 in a month. Right. How he can submit that amount in a one? He stands every day in the queue. He has only a time where he eat food. Our 46% of Indian economy is only depend on the daily wages. How they can stand in the queue and what should they eat every day?
Absolutely, yes. She's right.
It is not the problem of long time. They face the exchange the money with the bank. It is the problem of short time. Okay. But benefit is long time. Because of black money make the rich people are very rich and make the poor people are very poor because of black money. Because they store money, they cannot pay the tax. We cannot provide the services of our nations. Our nations is citizen.
A practical talk.
When we have the taxes, then we pay the then we introduced the schemes, then we introduced the industrial factories, then we got the chance to the workers, to the citizen of the nation to work upon that, and then they contribute, then we decrease the poverty, because when we provide the employment, then we decrease the poverty, otherwise we cannot destroy the nation.
We cannot destroy the poverty by just only demonetization. After the counterfeit of money, the people who are making the counterfeit money, they have hit. If you are saying the poor are not hit, please let me complete my point. If the poor people are hit not for a long time, then also the people who are making counterfeit money are not hit for the bad time, because they can again reintroduce the money.
So how can we got the counterfeit money? What is the process? When we when we like you say that demonetization is not important. What is the other way to find the black money?
There are so many ways to find our black money. Like we have the CBIs, we have the special crime branches, we have the people who are working related to the RBI.
How can we identify how the person who has the black money, it is shown in the face?
It is not shown in the face that he is the black money maker, but there are so many the process under so many.
We can ask a medium. We will ask a medium that, for example, you have got 100 crore, right? 1 CR. So from where have you put this money? There will be kind of investigation. From where did you bring this much amount of money? What's your vision, Esther?
Yes, sir. But sir, it is difficult to find the person who has hide their money in home.
Okay. Yes.
It is difficult to hide to search now, but it is possible to ask the businessmen, the big businessmen, that from where your money is coming, and please invest, please give tax.
Okay.
Please wait. First of all, nobody has proved even the question that she was talking about, the salary of our soldiers.
And so one more question.
Yes.
When someone hide their money in the other country, how can find the person is hide the money in other
Absolutely,
country?
yes.
It decrease the value of our rupee.
Yes.
How can we find?
Vijay Mallya is the most reputed person of our country who has starting to collecting money from the poor people, and even our government also know. They cannot stop him. They cannot stop him to go from our country. It is also the problem of our.
This is the problem.
So you should control of these type of people also. Now you are also going to take it just
That
only
is
one
why
by which our people can hit it.
That is why we find the one way demonetization. How can we find?
Yes.
It is up to the government that how can they find the other step by which no one can.
The solution.
By which no one can.
Yes.
Now
You show the another path.
You are saying that demonetization is not a good step. Then what may be the step for catching the black money?
You tell the alternative.
Absolutely.
Alternative.
You don't have knowledge about anything. You're talking about that. Say something. Say something. What may be the proper way of of catching the black money? The people
Black
have
money.
black money.
How can we find?
How can we find? Very good question by Akansha. Yes, tell. Yes, you are talking bureaucracy. Can you elaborate about something so that they can ask some question to you? Yes, guys. Going well.
Sir, first of all, may I add on my point of view?
You can add.
According to me,
Energetic man. Why are you lazy?
okay. According to me, demonetization taken step by Prime Minister, and it is not the wrong step. I think it was the blunder mistake. According to the Indian people, according to the opposition party. Because if you look at the reality now on this situation, you cannot get feedback from the step, and government did commitment to before people's we are destroy nationalism, terrorism. They did not get anything for them. They are already are trying. And because of the demonetization, lots of the people are died, and because of the demonetization, to 2% GDP less. Then
But after that it increase. Yes.
no, not increase.
Yes.
Now currency are day by day decrease, and.
Not good
because you are saying that times we are making a digital India. So what about poor people? They are not know about their UPI. They are not
UPI is
going.
available.
They have no
They have no bank account. So what we do?
Everyone has
Everyone has.
bank account.
No.
How illiterate people, how they even not even use, how can you use mobile? How he can use UPI?
Yes.
Very good point. Yes.
So
Now this time in poor people, any people all have know how to use this type.
This phone pay and you
no, he has to.
You see thela and like that small vendors all have this type.
Yes.
And
Even bigger have also. Absolutely. Bigger also have.
About illiterate people.
Sir.
They have no idea what's use.
All have idea, all have mindset. Okay.
So everyone have a
If
mindset, but
street
what about
vendor has UPI, he have to take support of others. The transaction will go to others' account who know the use of UPI.
Sometimes
So
that-
how we rely on the other person? He is give the money.
But India.
That's no problem.
Indian government launched a one only successful app. It is UPI, and now government is advertised everywhere because it is only launched a one successful app. So it is advertised everywhere in newspaper, in ads. They are advertising everywhere. So how can person? I can believe the person is don't know about the UPI.
They are advertising. That's a good thing, right?
Yes, sir. So, she said that they don't aware how to use. See,
no.
sir, that is why I said.
Even this time the people are not aware. Illiterate. This we are.
people are,
Everyone is
what
aware.
about old people? What about blessed people? They have
When
no
something
idea.
is something is come, so it is takes time to spread.
They have no smartphones. What they do?
Everyone has their smartphone in this era.
Miss.
Hey man, this is not the fight of a home.
Yes.
Everyone has an iPhone. What kind of emotion do you have?
Demonetizations to modify our ATM. There are thousands of ATMs in all over the country, and how we can modify them very early.
But government should when government gives the time to take your money.
That's the problem. That's the problem that you have to say. Na, government has given the time. In this time period, all the rich people who have money, they can change it into white money.
Absolutely yes.
Never the poor people have not so money. You are saying they are not treated badly. It's all right. We are agreed. We are agreed that poor are not treated badly.
Akanksha, if you are like you want announcement, please be alert. We are going to or demonetize. So they will convert to white money. Easily they will convert.
Very easily, because all they have employees, all they have workers, all they have servants.
Suddenly happens, no, sir.
No.
It is not. 30 September.
Yes,
I
but
can change my 2,000
amount
crore
is
rupees
fixed, na.
if I have.
Like, day before
330.
yesterday, 2,000 rupees. It is announcement that
200 crore of rupees is submitted in the banks within the 3 days. Okay. It is 200 crore of rupees of poor people. What can you say? It is converted into the white money by the rich people by using their servant, by using their workers.
The government of India wholly hit the poor people.
okay.
How the poor people? You said that the poor people earns the 2,000.
No poor person. Every person is equal in India.
No.
If every people is equal in India, so Vijay Mallya has not leave our country very easily and left our country very easily and living very peacefully. He can take the money of the poorers, not the rich peoples.
Nowadays, only reason of demonetizations, India is growing day by day. So people has lot of black money, but with the help of demonetization, people
Could you
show
please
your
let
money
me know even?
and government
Could you
have
please
lot
let
of
me know
money.
even the one benefit of cash crunch economy,
Yes.
a cashless economy, just one.
Can you tell them how much amount of money have been caught?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody was asking about. Nobody has no kind of caught. Even government has not shown.
And sir, even the politicians which are in favor of demonetization, they also have black money in their house.
All the rich people, and you are saying that all the black money holders are hidden in our economy. Our government should not know. Sorry for taking the name, but this.
No, don't do it.
A chief minister of any state or union territory has used curtains from the Vietnam, marble from the Vietnam, 8 lakh rupees of curtain at their home. It is not the black money, it's the white money. What is happen in our society? Whether the government is against it, but why you are not? Even if poor is doing this step, and if any other person is doing that step, you can make them get out from their.
It will be rumor as well. How are you
Sir,
saying?
it is not rumor. It is damn sure. It is a damn sure step, and
But doesn't mean that I'm supporter of him. I don't
Yeah.
know whom you're talking about again.
Actual fact.
it's an actual fact presenting by all the news channels in the News Express also.
Indian Express and then the print also.
That's
Since all these people don't try to only hit the poors.
Okay, yeah. Pratibha, would you like to say anything, or we have to conclude that the session? All right. So here, after a lot of arguments, we are coming to the conclusion. Absolutely, see, for the betterment of our country, there should be a good step. See, sometimes for the contribution, for example, like the thing that you were saying, that was absolutely right. For the betterment of a country, you can sacrifice something.
Yes, sir.
But government had take to time to. Na?
So, like, then how are you going to know?
He
They are gonna
came
convert.
8 a.m. and announces ban. How? Sir, this is wrong thing.
See, at that time, like 8 November, the time was given. After saying like 8:30, he said that now this note is banned. And after even this, you had a time
Yes, sir.
to deposit that.
Deposit that.
The people became panicked. This was the problem with the people. The time was given at that time. Now 2,000 rupees has also been demonetized. So it will 2K only. I have written. Right. So it you have time by 30th September. You can deposit this money. You have
So
good
this
option.
is the problem in this time period that given by the government. At that time period, the people are converting their black money into the white money, and if they are unable, if the
How
money
much
is
will you
low,
deposit?
Yes.
How much will you deposit?
Yes.
This is what we want to know. For example, you are going to deposit 2 crore rupees. Pay tax.
Yes.
And to say the reason. Say the reason. From where have you brought? You will be beaten by stick and bamboo and
So
pay
people
the
are
tax.
using some
This
other
is
people.
what time has been given. This is the plus point.
people are using
Come,
other
I'm
people.
calling you. Come.
Sir, it is also the increasing the corruption. People are using other people like their servant, like their relatives, and any other person to.
For example, he is my servant, for example,
Yes.
right? Hey Karan, I am giving 2 crore rupees. Please deposit in your account.
Not
He will be beaten.
Yes, sir.
So not
From where have you brought? From where?
2 lakh, 5 lakh rupees are the limit of every person. So they are, if they are
I
giving,
don't have crore of the servants exactly.
but people have the 50
Everybody,
number of.
I don't have.
So the people who have the black money, they have also the people. That's why demonetization. We are saying that it is not good.
You don't have a servant, lots of.
But people have.
The people have.
The
people.
people say, but you don't have a lot of.
We were
money
on the
also.
conclusion, by the way. You were absolutely guys right, and you all were absolutely right. Everybody is right by their own words. But you have to believe one thing: for the betterment of our country, we have to do, whether demonetization or not demonetization. According to me, demonetization is a good. I mean good for me. But there should be a proper management for that. There should be proper, I will say investigation for that. Then there should be a good, bureaucracy. There should be, and then go for demonetization. Then there will be a kind of, our country will grow really. Because each and everyone is gonna pay income tax. Each and everyone is gonna pay the tax. And once if the people start paying, we are just going to develop our country. We are going to digitalize our country. We are going to make our country as a metropolitan, right? High-tech country we can make, and this country will become kind of developed country. So this will become developed one. By the way, so it was a nice conversation having with you. By the way, do not fight after the session of the class, right? It was.
कहना था